So imagine this, you're a doctor and you're preparing for surgery. Everything's going super normal, you've already talked to the patient's going under right now, and you're just kind of preparing all your things, and you're looking at, let's say, a computer, a terminal, that'll let you know just different details about the patient. Maybe you can input some details prior to surgery. And as you're doing some work, suddenly a screen pops up and it basically says, everything's encrypted, pay this group here for a decryption key. What? That doesn't make any sense. Well, now you have to figure out exactly how to make that work while you're about to jump into surgery. And the surgery is time sensitive, or perhaps if it's a life-saving surgery, this person could die. So that's actually a thing that has happened before. And this is what happens when ransomware happens. So how does ransomware work? Let's find out in this video. Hey everybody, welcome to StudioSec. Thank you for watching. Like this video if it's helpful. Comment down below with your thoughts on ransomware, and subscribe for more content I'm posting every week. Ransomware has been in the news a lot lately, and it's been in the news a lot in the past. We've seen everything from WannaCry, and now more recently, we've seen the Colonial Pipeline with the dark side ransomware. So what exactly is ransomware? Well, ransomware is malware that encrypts a file system and basically lets the user know that in order to decrypt their file system, they're going to have to pay the attacker a sum of money. Now, attackers can and have used this kind of attack historically to gain a lot of money, millions of dollars. However, in other cases, it has failed magnificently. If you're familiar with the WannaCry scenario, basically it was reverse engineered and everything that was previously encrypted got decrypted. So basically it was reverse engineered. It stopped the spread of WannaCry almost immediately. And that's a story that you can read on this guy's Twitter profile. So what really happens is, let's say you click an executable, or the executable is part of another task, it's another sub-process, and it executes. And it just starts looking for file systems on your machine, and it starts encrypting everything. And the decryption key may not be stored with the malware itself. It could be stored somewhere else. It could be stored, at maybe a command and control server that the ransomware will call back to, or it could be stored by the attacker, and the attacker has to provide it only whenever the user actually themselves, they contact the attacker. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, how the heck do you protect yourself from ransomware? Well, don't worry, it's super easy. All you really have to do is take backups, but also make sure that the backups that you are taking don't maintain the malware itself. So let's say your file system gets hit by ransomware, everything's encrypted. You could re-image your OS to your last full backup, and if that backup includes the ransomware, then maybe you'd have to go back an iteration until you can get to a point where you do not have the ransomware anymore. Another option is, if you are better with code, is you can look at the ransomware itself at the executable and try to reverse engineer it, so at least it doesn't execute when running anymore. And that way, if the ransomware is still running whenever you plug in your media to do your backup, it won't just encrypt your backup. You want to make sure that you nullify the executable first. You want to make sure that it doesn't completely encrypt everything before you back up. So that's a very critical component. And the other thing you can do to protect yourself against ransomware is just follow cybersecurity best practices. Don't inject media that you don't recognize. Don't click on links that you aren't familiar with. Just all the other fun stuff that we talk about on this channel all the time. Those are things that can really protect you and keep you from getting hit by ransomware, having to pay a lot of money just to get your data back. So super easy. Let me know in the comments if you think it's easy, or if you have other tips. And like and subscribe. We love you guys. Bye.